Hello, this is Miss Janet with JLS Success Central, and welcome to my channel. We are a DIY resource center created to assist you, the individual who is working on their personal finances. And 9 chances out of 10, if you're working on your personal finances, you are working on your credit because we know your credit score is a strong indicator of your financial well-being. And speaking of financial well-being, today's video is going to be about 7 bad spending habits to avoid. Let's get right to it. Okay. Ooh, does this remind you of something? You remember your parents used to say, money doesn't grow on trees. My mom, my dad, Janet, money doesn't grow on trees. And I'm like, oh man. But now that I'm adult, guess what? We know money doesn't grow on trees. Oh, it brings back fond memories. But since we know money doesn't grow on trees, we have to incorporate some mechanisms to when we get these when we get ready to spend money, we need something to a trigger to stop us or that we can fall back on to keep us from these bad spending habits. And all over the internet, all over YouTube, there's all these spending habits. Well, I just want to add or you know confirm 7 more. Okay, number one, not living on a budget. Miss Janet, all you talk about is budget, budget, budget. That's right. Because when you're not living on a budget, usually it results in you having messy money. And we know what messy is about. We know messy friends. We know messy situations. We know messy relationships. We also know messy money. We may not admit it, but sometimes we have messy money. And if you're not living on a budget, 9 chances out of 10, you're going to keep running into that situation. Because when you're not budgeting, what happens is there's how do you put it? There's common consequences to not budgeting. And that includes lack of savings, less financial security, out of control spending, a higher likelihood of going into debt, and more financial stress. You know, when you create a budget and you stick with it, it offers new opportunities for you to achieve your goals and even achieve wealth. So, what are you waiting for? If you haven't done so already, create your budget and take it step by step, one day at a time, one day at a time, and watch your life change. Watch your money change. Watch your whole outlook on life change. Because money won't be an issue for you. Money will be a tool for you, and it will work for you to accomplish what you want to accomplish in life. Okay. Number two, spending before you save. Well, most people, and I used to think this too, when you think of saving money, you think about how much you make, and then after you pay your expenses, what's left is what I'll save. No, because if you're not living on a budget, there's not very much left. So you have your budget, you're sticking with your budget, you're finding those little jewels, those little expenses that you can cut back on. You track your spending, you know where you need to stop spending money, you see your savings increase, but you have to pay yourself first. You have to pay yourself first. Now, I have to say this because of who I am. Okay, I'm a tither. So I tithe first, then I pay myself, and then I pay everything else in that order. You know what? I'm not saying anything whether you tithe or not. But if you're not a tither, pay yourself first. Pay yourself first. And because when you don't pay yourself first, when you pay with what's left over, that's the kind of mindset that holds us back from building wealth. Wealthy people, they pay themselves first. They put their money into savings and investments, and whatever is left over is what they have to live on. If we have a budget, our dollars have a job. Just like I say all the time, our budget has a job. I mean, our dollars have a job. And a big part of my money's job is going into my savings for emergency fund, for retirement, for vacations. See, I'm putting it to work. I pay myself, I tithe, then I pay myself first. Or you know what I mean. I won't keep going over that. But number 3, spending too much on rent. You know what? Rent is the highest expense in your budget. Now, I'm not talking about your house note. That could be true for that too, but I'm talking about rent right now. But the good news is that that's also a great place to find savings, because in general, you should try to keep your rent between 25 to 30% of your take home pay. Not 50%, not 60%, not 70%. I know we want to live in the best areas, in the best places. Oh, but sometimes we can't afford it. Been there, done that. I know about, oh, I have to pay the rent. I have to pay the rent. I have to split the rent up between 2 paychecks. And when you do that, you have to pay late fees. Don't get me started. You can either get a roommate, or if that's something that just doesn't work for you, you may have, if you're not living, if your rent is not between 25 and 30% of your income, take home your take home pay. If it's not, then perhaps you might want to consider moving. Miss Janet can't tell you what to do, but these are just things that make you go, and maybe I need to reevaluate the situation. Okay. Not paying your bills on time. I just talked about not paying your rent on time. Not paying your rent on time can result in $25 to $50 a month in late fees. Not telling you what I heard, telling you what I know. So if you're not paying your rent on time, you're not paying your car payment on time, and you're not paying your utilities on time, and so on and so forth. That's money that could, if you had a budget and stuck with your budget, and had like automatic debits so that you would never be late, then that that extra money that you're paying on late fees can go into your savings. So not paying your bills on time is a very, very bad habit. Messes up your credit too, by the way. Again, not telling you what I heard, telling you what I know. So work on that one, okay? Upgrading your phone every 2 years. I've never been one. I've never been one. I have family members in the whole household. They say we are iPhone family. Hey, I'm not hating on you, but if I have an iPhone, I'm gonna keep it for a while. I don't have an iPhone. I have an Android, and I think I had a phone that I kept for about 4 or 5 years. The one I have now, I've had for almost 2.5 to 3 years. The companies, the cell phone companies, they have these regularly scheduled upgrades, but that's designed, it seems like a great perk, but it's designed to keep you spending money, keep your money coming to them, keep your money working for them, not for you. So again, maybe I'm missing something here, but maybe you might want to reconsider upgrading that phone again. Okay. If the phone is broken, of course. If it's not a smartphone, if you're still rocking with a flip phone or something like that, yeah. But just to be changing your phone because the next one's coming, because as soon as you get that phone, another one's coming out, and then you're going to be wanting that one. That's $1,200 to $1,500. And if you finance it, you're paying for it over a period of time. Come on, reconsider, please. We want to have a savings mindset. Can't have no savings mindset giving T-Mobile and Verizon all of your money. Okay. Number 6, distinguish between your wants and your needs. This is one that my mom and dad used to say, you know what? You might want it, but you don't need it. Well, here I am. So I ask myself this now. If I want to buy something, I say, can I pay cash for it? Most of the time I cannot. Then I ask myself, well, do you if you do you need it? And if you need it, do you need it now? I mean, you have to question yourself. Remember, I told you I do a 24-hour. I got a 24-hour rule on, regular purchases, and on big purchases I have a 30-day rule. You have to give yourself time, because man, wants will beat out needs every single time. So you have to, again, develop that saving mindset, so your needs, so your wants won't control you, because they can get you in deep, deep trouble. Okay. All of this, number 7 is live within your means. The number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, they're all designed for you to not do these things, except for number 1. So I should have said number 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Don't do these things. Because if you do, more than likely you won't be living within your means. And please, if you don't have a budget, create one and stick with it. Baby steps, baby steps. Okay. Hey, this is Miss Janet from JLS Success Central. I hope this information has been helpful to you. If not, pass it on to someone that can use this information. Please press the like button. And if you haven't done so already, subscribe to my channel. And I look forward to talking to you later. This is Miss Janet. Grace and peace. Talk to you later.